We are now live. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Carcino is now live. Let's get it. You guys wanted to talk about the game? I'm here now. Let's talk about the game. Now, you don't know it now, and you may never know it. Some people can only see what's in front of their face. They can't see what's beyond. And we'll get to that. Thanks to people donating to the page and doing different things that many didn't believe was possible, we are all here. We've arrived at this point. Just had a cold fago. Good luck. Good luck. Now, let me tell you something else. Dealing with a situation like the Clippers, a lot of people felt the Dallas Mavericks, who've been one of the hottest teams in the game, right? They were going to push and take them to the limit. They said, well, this team is going to take them to the limit. This team is going to break hearts. This team with Luka Doncic is going to be able to take down Porzingis. This is going to be their measuring stick. Is this Dallas team ready for that next step? That's what we all wanted to know. Was Dallas ready? And this was going to be that game to prove to the world, were they ready? That was the case. We wanted to know, were they ready? And from the outset of this game, you saw parallels of different situations. You saw one narrative and then another narrative. You saw Kawhi Leonard and the style of basketball play they did and how their defense smothered the Dallas Mavericks from the onset. They didn't let them get established. And what that means is they made Luka very uncomfortable. Luka Doncic had people in his face, different bodies, different looks, a lot in this game. And when they kept changing the bodies on him, they kept pressuring him right when Luka would shoot. He would want to shoot and couldn't. Oh, the defense was so much apparent because they knew offensively they can get any shot that they wanted. The Clippers are very good from going inside out. They were shooting the three so well, you couldn't leave them unguarded. Dallas' weakness is their transition defense. Guys don't know exactly who to guard just of yet. So when you see the situations pivot from left to right, you're like, why is the guy not picking up? And somebody said, well, you got a bunch of European guys that don't speak English that well. And a lot of the guys don't understand them. And the brothers is out there, they forgetting to switch and come back and go from left to right. But when they played the Lakers, you could see that the team had, they're a new team too. So they were just trying to figure it out. Now, Harold was doing his best. They find the cutters, guys cutting towards the basket. So offensively, the Clippers are very efficient. And this is only their third game. They're getting much better. They're 115, 120 point scores with holding teams down to about 100 points. So that has always been the narrative. Well, the fact that Harold could play on the outside, he could distribute the ball, he's a threat to score the ball. He reminds me of Dennis Rodman when he was with the Pistons. When Dennis Rodman was with the Pistons, he was a threat to drive to the basket. He could score. He can attack the basket whenever he wanted. And his interior passing, his basketball IQ was sharp. Now, when you look at others such as Kawhi and Paul George, they can adapt to any team situation. They know where they need to be at all times. Kawhi is fundamentally sound all the way to his core. Yep. So, for all the experts out there that want to talk and get in, I'm going to send you the link. You can come in here split screen and chat with me if you want. You guys have donated to the Cash App and the Streamlab, and I appreciate that. And by the way, that's my super chat. It's in the description box. All you got to do is click the link in the description box, and you're good to go. Same camera I've always had. Mac Fat probably sleep. Oh, Mr. Jacobs is back. What's good?
What's going on, man?
Nothing too much.
Actually, just got through watching the game too. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got through watching the game too.
Yeah. That was crazy. I mean, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, man, this team is getting better and better.
Absolutely.
And they've already played the second hardest schedule out of anybody in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. And, as far as Dallas goes, from what I saw, really, Porzingis, I think he needs to step up, man. They're grooming him to be that second option.
Right. See, the thing is, Porzingis was always a player you build around.
Yeah.
He wasn't somebody that you make the team about, and that's where the Knicks went wrong. You're supposed to get pieces to go around him, and that's what they thought when they had Melo and everybody else. But Melo's game don't fit Porzingis' style.
Right.
Porzingis is a big guy that likes to go to the top of the key.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like he kind of didn't step up defensively, but too also. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? He's 7'3", you know what I'm saying? I kind of thought he was didn't really step up defensively also.
Absolutely. And I was looking at the fact that they had other guys like that step up on the, like, Green, Jermichael Green. You have what's his name, Harkless. These are the other guys that's gonna come in and give you the 8 points, the 11 points that are key. These guys are gonna be killer because they're defense, they're long bodies, and they can defend. That was a key, and that's why Portland is hurting the way they are. When you lose guys like Mo Harkless, who gives you another long body defender who can stretch him out because he can shoot the three. These type of situations, guys, they tend to, like, I don't know if I want to get in. I don't know if I want to go that far or commit. So I understood what was going on with them. And defensively, they just smart. Plus, Doc is all about defense.
Absolutely.
If you ain't going to play, you got like 3 of the top 4 defensive players in the league on the same team.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We've never seen nothing like that.
Oh, we haven't. Like every time Luka attacked the basket, there was always a body in front of him. He wasn't getting no easy layups that game,
Yep.
Yeah. It was interesting. Man. Oh yeah, okay. So hold on. I wanted to ask you this question. Have you this ain't got nothing to do with basketball though, but have you there was interview on Sway in the Morning that did an interview with LL Cool J. Did you see it?
Sway and LL? No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was great, man. I wanted to ask you, like, I meant to, like, stream lab it to you, but I ain't having anyway, why do you think that people really don't include LL Cool J in, like, the greatest of all time conversation, man?
I don't know who those people are because they invented greatest of all time because of him. he is the GOAT.
Yeah, he did.
His nickname is the GOAT. So yeah, he is. That terminology didn't come along until LL.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, LL is the GOAT.
Yeah.
You see, they call him the GOAT. They probably called him the GOAT on the show.
They did. Yeah.
Right. So I'm I don't know who those people are.
Yeah, but it's as far as the game goes, man, I can't wait till the Lakers go against they going against the Denver Nuggets, I think, on December the 1st or something, man. I can't wait until they go against.
Oh, so they wait till December to start playing games. Okay.
Yeah. Go against Denver. Like in Denver, I see I forgot who Denver played against tonight, but they they went against Washington Wizards, man. They're playing.
Yeah, the Wizards played them pretty good, but Dallas. I mean, the thing about Denver is they play a professional game of basketball. They go inside out. They make interior passes. They're unselfish. Your big scorer, Jokic, can pass out of the paint, and he can go out and hit threes. That's a dangerous player. And that guy there is going to open things up for the rest of the players on the team. The thing is, they just got to get Murray under control. When Murray started going that one-on-one and he's feeling himself and he hit a couple of threes or some shots, then he get out of that ball sharing mode and want to just keep throwing up shots. And then Those are the games they lose. The majority of the games he does that is the games they normally lose because he want to go one-on-one.
Yeah.
Instead of trusting the team.
Yeah. Yeah, Jokic had a real dominant game. He had like 8 points and 20 boards. I was like, man. Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I ain't finna hold you too long. I'm finna really, go to sleep right now. So hey.
Yeah, a lot of people gotta get up. To me, this is like afternoon. But all right, man, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on, though. I appreciate it, Nick.
All right, no problem. Much love, brother.
Much love.
All right.
That is the world greatest, Nicholas Jacobs. See, that man gets his notifications. Anybody else want to get in here? Anybody else want to step into the arena? Look at that. My name is Earl and showed up. That used to be my show, man. In case you didn't know. Marcus, you had the most luckiest fantasy football week in the history of mankind. You had no business walking away with a victory. Everything went your way. Ty Gurley end up with like maybe 3 points. My kicker ends up with a 0. Are you kidding me? Nah, you had the luckiest week in fantasy football history, and that kicker will be eliminated from ever playing on my team ever again. Boy, that housekeeper, boy. Whew. That housekeeper on My Name is Earl. The one that was illegally in the country. Hey, what you doing with my sister's wedding dress? I was good for a whole 45 minutes and nothing good happened. I went and I spent $10 on scratch offs and I didn't win no money. What will Eagle Dollar end up at? Clippers or Lakers? That's very difficult. Because I'm trying to think. The Lakers got the more pieces that they could trade. They could move KCP. They could move a lot of pieces for Eagle Dollar. But it's what do the Grizzlies want? That becomes the more bigger question. What do they want? Oh, no, Earl. If you want to donate, we have a link in the description box where it says donate. You can do it there, then Streamlab. Or you hit the Cash App up. The Cash App, I'm going to send it to you now. Iggy's not going back to Denver. Patrick Cunningham. Oh, Cunnington. Okay, Pat Cunnington is better than Caruso. Okay. Iggy the Phoenix. Iggy, I believe, is not going to go to anybody else that's, starting over. What Iggy's going to do is play for the Lakers or Clippers. He figures one of those teams. Well, they always feel one of those teams are going to win the championship. There are people that actually believe that the Lakers can play the Clippers in the NBA Finals. That shows you the mindset and the mind state of the people that's out in the general public. They believe this without a shadow of a doubt. The guy was like, I can't wait to watch the NBA Final. It's going to be the Clippers and Lakers. I said, you really believe? I'll bet you right now the Clippers and Lakers don't play each other in the NBA Finals. I could have said that to that man 100 times. You know what? That man would not have given me a dime because he wouldn't remember making a bet that stupid. I know. LeBron and AD killing themselves. AD shoulder out there burning as he playing. He ain't even been hit yet. That's what I'm like, man, your shoulder hurting and you going through all this banging and all this and playing for what? They doing 35, 36 minutes a game, him and LeBron. For what? LeBron doing it to chase stats. We know why he's doing it. AD shouldn't be playing no more than 30 minutes. You got Lou Williams, one of the greatest scorers, and get all 8 points in 25 minutes. Right, Lakers got the Pelicans, and they got the Wizards. They will easily still have the 2 losses. But then again, you don't know. The Wizards actually play pretty good. And you got to understand, this is the Lakers. The Lakers having the best record in the NBA is a farce. We all know that. Well, the majority of us who know the game know that it's a farce. This is the Lakers having this record and doing this thing is the NBA's way of trying to get everybody wrapped into the game and, oh, the Lakers is this and they all back again. They're doing that for the casual, stupid people in the world. Well, the thing is, like I told you, the Lakers only faced 3 teams. They only beat 3 teams with winning records so far in this first month in the NBA. And 2 of them were controversial. And, one of them, Utah didn't have Bogdanovich. And then, what's his name? The Dallas Mavericks. And you saw what happened there. A game they really lost. Tired of long pauses. Okay, well, Zay, when you put some money down and you can get in, you want to get in here and talk? You want to get in here and talk, Zay? There's the link. Step into the arena.
Yo, what up, Cino? What it do?
What's up, Luca?
It's your boy, hey, it's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN, man. You know what? I'm always in the chat. Your boy turned. I've been telling you about Luca. I know you've been seeing me hashtagging Luca MVP. We took an L, but you know what? You know, you live to fight another day. It's a learning experience. The Clippers, one of the best teams in the league.
No shame in losing to the best.
Yeah, especially, with the Clippers defense, perimeter defense, you got Patrick Beverly, one of the best defenders in the league, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard, and Montrezl Harrell, bro. They was putting everybody on them.
You got probably 4 of the best defensive players in the NBA. The top 4 players are all on the same team. You got Kawhi, Paul George, you got Pat Beverly and Harrell. All 4 of those guys are some of the most dangerous defenders in the world. Plus, Jermichael Green and Mo Harkless. They long arm, long body, coming off the bench. These combination of players. This is why people fear the Clippers, because they got every piece that they need in place. The Kawhi can play 25 minutes and they can still beat you. That's what I'm saying. They team can sustain no matter what. LeBron and AD, they gotta play 36 minutes a game just so they could barely win the game. So I'm like, look, they barely winning with these guys gotta play every minute. They sit down or they get in the way or whatever, it's throwing their whole continuity off because they running the team through a bunch of dinosaurs. They don't move the ball like the Clippers do. The Clippers move that ball inside out, finding the interior cutter. I told Magic to his face this past Saturday. I told him to his face. I said, LeBron lose chips all the time, B. Y'all backed the wrong horse. And he was like, all right, we gonna see. I'm like, all right.
I'm riding with Luca. I'm not gonna lie, man. Luca's my favorite player. You talking about NBA Rookie of the Year? The man is averaging a triple-double right now: 30 points, 10 rebounds, 9.8 assists. This is amazing. But tonight, the Clippers really got at him. They got at him, and they made it tough for him. I think Luca was 0 for 6 from three-point range today. He shot 6 for 16 from the field. It was a pretty tough night for him. But
they made it rough. They changed the looks. They came up on him. They pressed him to make him really uncomfortable. They made him work on the defensive end. And when they make him work on the defensive end, and that's where the Dallas Mavericks got to get stronger at. They need some long body defenders on that team because guys who can switch, and they were leaving guys so open. I mean, you leave Lou Williams open for 3? Who does that? I'm like, that's the one assignment you don't blow. When he on the court, he's a prime A scorer. He's there to score. Lou is not there to facilitate. Lou is there to put points on the board. And you leave him wide open on a switch. And I mean, he had time. Nobody even went out there to pick him up. They like he couldn't shoot. And I'm like, this is when they was trying to get back in the game. They had trimmed the lead down. But they had fell down early, and only the Clippers did was sustain. They just sustained throughout the game. They was like, well, we ain't going to let them in the game at all. We just going to keep it the same way. They couldn't get stops. It was like, man, they going inside, outside, passing in, and Harrell was going on the weak side, getting rebounds and dipping it down to Kawhi, who would cut, and Kawhi goes up aggressive. So it's hard, man. It's going to be really hard for teams to beat the Clippers because even if one guy don't have it going that night, like that's why I said this is perfect for Paul George. I knew that coming into this scenario way better than putting him on a team with Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony. No, I'm like, this is something entirely different. Now he knows that they already have it in place. Who's going to close the game when it gets down to the stretch? Lou Williams and Kawhi will be those two guys in that fourth quarter. Paul George don't have to have the pressure on being that guy because he really don't want that pressure.
Yeah, I like the chemistry between Paul George and Kawhi right now. They look like they match up real good. Their games, they complement each other. You know what I mean? And with Westbrook, it really wasn't no chemistry right there, you know. But Paul George, he looks very happy with the Clippers. I mean, shout outs to Doc Rivers with a great game plan tonight. He outcoached Rick Carlisle. He really did. Definitely.
Well, Rick is a glorified buddy of Larry Bird. That's the. I mean, Rick is not a great coach. He's not. He's not a great coach. He's a decent coach. He's more of an assistant than he is a head coach to me. And he's just Carlisle has always been that guy who got the position because he was favorable. But they got a championship in spite of him. Rick Carlisle has always been just a team manager, managing the team. But as far as game plan, strategy, making adjustments to situations, he's not one of the best at all at that situation. He's failed countlessly. And like in Indiana, I was like, his people still want his head on the stick for some of the decision making he did in the games. And that's when you learn what the great coaches are from good coaches. Like anybody, like Steve Kerr when he had Golden State. That's why nobody really gave him credit. And it's like they look at him as one of the best coaches of all time and all this stuff. Like, well, because he's one of the best coaches. I'm like, well, Luke Walton sat on the bench and won 60-something games. Golden State, the players are just doing what they were doing. They were beating everybody. It had nothing to do with coaching. Real coaching come in when the game is tight. You got to make certain adjustments in the game to make stops on certain players, knowing how to strategize in different situations. That's when you find out when the great coaches are, the guys who can teach the game and be able to say, okay, this is what we need to do defensively. We got to do this and we got to shift. They're going to do this. We got to take that away. Guys who can come up with the X and O's and make the players believe and buy into it. Steve Kerr is just basically just there for interviews. I'm like, is he even in practice? I don't need the head coach out there shooting threes with the players. It's like that don't show me nothing. I'm like, dude, you got to be able to coach and make decisions out there. Now he should be right now with this new Golden State Warrior team that they got with these young boys. He should be out there facilitating and teaching these kids. Okay, let's get this game going back and forth. You know, I'm gonna teach you the game. This way you need to be. This way you need to be. You got right now the chance to prove you're a good coach. There's no reason why y'all should be getting beat by 40 a night.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm like I was saying, Luka's my guy. I know you anti LeBron, and I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you against LeBron. And just to separate the Clippers from the Lakers, you can see Luka Doncic's performance against the Lakers had a triple-double. He had 30-plus points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Tonight, the Clippers gave him a hard time, bro. And that's the difference between the Lakers and the Clippers. The Clippers defense, bro, especially the perimeter defense, bro. They are better than the Lakers, bro. The Lakers struggle with the Mavericks, and the Clippers destroyed my Mavericks tonight. Destroyed them, bro.
Well, the thing is that I'll look at it like this, and then I got a video coming tomorrow actually about Luka.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for you to push Luka MVP this year. I'm counting on you.
Well, yeah, he's got right now. See, that's the thing. For first half MVP, he's in the conversation, no doubt. he's definitely probably has the lead right now as far as first half MVP, but it's only been 1 month. So we're going to wait and see what happened in December. But I don't see him slowing down. But I was finna show and tell everybody else that in the first 2 years, he's outplayed LeBron James first 2 years at 20 years old.
Yes.
And LeBron at 20. He's outplayed LeBron at every stage and what LeBron has did when LeBron was 20 years old.
Exactly. You're right about that. Even the rookie year, LeBron averaged 20 points as a rookie, Luka 21. LeBron 6 rebounds as a rookie, Luka 8. LeBron 5 assists as a rookie, Luka 6. This year, LeBron in his second season averaged 27 points a game. Luka's averaging 30. LeBron averaged 7 rebounds in his second season. Luka 10. LeBron 7 assists in his second year. Luka 10 assists, bro. The man dominating in every statistical category. He's second in the league in scoring at 30 points a game. And then he's third in the league in assists at 10 assists. He's third in the league with 10 assists, bro. He's the only player that was in the top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists this year, bro. Not even Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, that Luka is a difference maker. When he's on the court and his confidence level is high, he's been playing against adults since he was, 15?
I believe 13, 14, something like that.
Right. So he's been doing this for a while. And he don't care. Like, you can't get in his head. You can't, nothing. He is really, really there for the fight. He's not there to back down. He do not back down for a challenge. And that's one thing I noticed about him. I was like, they tried to get in his head and punk him, and he was like not going. I was like, man, he was like ready to go, challenge. And I knew when Dennis Smith Jr. took that last shot, and I told people last year when I did that video, I said, that was the last game. Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be out of town. He just sealed his ticket when Luka was going off that game, and you going to sit there and try to take the last shot of the game because you felt like you should take it. Luka was so damn mad. I was like, yeah, I would have been mad too. You did all that to come back. You on fire, and this Dennis Smith Jr. want to go in there and try to do some crossover, go to the basket. I was like, he just got himself kicked right out of Dallas.
But I got a question for you. Like a player came into the league at this age at 20 or debut, like, is Luka the best player that you've seen at this age before, like, come into the league at 19? At 19, he came into the league at 19. He's only 20 now. At this age, LeBron wasn't, you just said LeBron wasn't doing this. Kobe, he came off the bench this first 2 seasons. He was under Eddie Jones on the Lakers. You know what I mean? So at 19, 20, I don't.
At 19, 20, he was better than Kobe was.
Better than LeBron.
Better than Kobe. He wasn't. I would say he's a better scorer, better shooter than Allen Iverson was, but Allen Iverson was a better scorer. I'm trying to think.
I think Iverson came out as a sophomore, though. I think he played 2 years at Georgetown.
Yeah, he played 2 years. So but he was 20 when he came in. AI was like 20, 21.
Luka was 19 when he came into the league.
Yeah, so he came in at like 19. I would say Moses Malone, around those guys. You had to go back in time. Like, the game has changed, of course, but I would still say, I would probably say Moses Malone, Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III, Magic, those guys. Like, Magic could score.
Yeah.
But he couldn't shoot. Like,
he couldn't shoot.
The game was entirely different. Isaiah could shoot. So
like Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons?
Yeah, Isaiah from the Pistons. He was, the bad boys. He could shoot. He could score with it. He was a master wizard with the basketball.
Yeah, from Chicago.
For him, when he came out, his first game, he scored 30-something points. I was like, man, he came in the league. It was no joke. He was just won a national championship, MVP, came right in the league, didn't miss a beat. Now, the thing about it is that Jordan is probably another guy that was compared. So Mike, from the very first game in the league, was tearing things up. But Mike was about, 22?
Mm-hmm.
He's about 22, 23, Still young, but about 21, 22. I'm trying to think. 19, man. It's
I never
rough.
seen me personally.
Even Kevin Garnett, when he came in at, like, out of high school, he was on the bench for a while, and then they had to bring him up. So it took Kevin Garnett about 2 years before he started getting established. So he was about 20 when he first started to get into his own, but still, it was entirely different. Maybe the Rain Man. Rain Man came in at 18, but he wasn't really doing that either.
Nah, he wasn't rookie of the year. He wasn't rookie of the year. I never seen a player come into the league at this age with this type of skills and put up numbers like this. I've never seen it. Like, the only player that was close probably was LeBron, and Luka surpassed LeBron on numbers.
This guy said it's not how you start. Okay.
And he's only going to get better and better. What does he mean? I mean, he's only going to get better. I got Luka possibly being the greatest player of all time, brother. That's why I really called in right now, because I just wanted to.
It's way too early to say the best player of all times, because in this NBA, most European players, like Dirk was an anomaly to play as long as he did, to be that size. The way Luka plays the game, I don't know he plays 17 years, 18 years. That's the thing. Luka is on course to break all LeBron James records. And any record LeBron thought he made, Luka's going to do it in less time. LeBron talking about the record they was bragging about. He's got an assist against every team in the NBA. I'm like, Luka had that by next week.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You had that in 2 years. It took you 17 years. Luka could get that. He already got he ganging on LeBron right now in triple doubles. LeBron is, for a career, hasn't had like more than 3 or 4 triple doubles in a season till last year. So that's why I'm like, look, his triple doubles are not that high. I'm like, Russell Westbrook averaged a triple double for 3 years. You got Trae Young that was out there averaging, putting up 30-point numbers. And I was like, he was underrated. People were underrating Trae Young. And before the injury, he was up there. They were talking about him for MVP. Like, Trae Young is lighting the league up. He was doing 30 and 10 and getting triple doubles. I'm like, this little point guard is getting triple doubles now. So the game was changing. It was evolving.
Yeah, I understand that. But, Trae Young was traded for Luka too. And I know Atlanta's sick. They sick.
No, they're not sick, because that's the perfect fit for him. Trae Young is who they wanted in Atlanta. Luka would have had a nightmare in Atlanta. He would not have wanted to play there. That is not the perfect fit for him. To be over there where Dirk was, to be around Dirk and that setting in Dallas, it was perfect for them. So the trade put both guys, because he would have been miserable. Trae Young would have been miserable in Dallas. It wouldn't have worked. Luka has to be in the right situation. And that was the right situation for him, Dallas. Because in Atlanta, he would have been trying to, I know Luka's passionate. Luka want to win. And so when you see Luka and he's like really emotional because he's trying to win the game in Atlanta, they just like, man, we going to the club after this. Luka like, man, I'm trying to win, man. What the heck you talking about, the club? Atlanta, they just used to like, man, we played a good game tonight. We almost won. All right, so where we going tonight? You gonna go to the club? They have no winning expectations whatsoever. Dallas want to get back to winning, and they want to build around Luka. They was like, Luka's that guy, and then when they brought him in as a rookie, they was like, okay, well, we could like let him go right now. That was the thing about Luka. They were gonna slow play Luka. He's a rookie. He's 19. You don't want to burn him out. Luka was ready to go. It was like, dude, play Luka more. Let him start. Let him go and do whatever he wants to do. You got to get Dennis Smith Jr. up out of here. I mean, he's a great player, but Dennis Smith Jr. got to go. He's in the way. And I said that last year. I'm like, look, he got to go. He's in the way. Luka don't need him. Get the ball to Luka. Get Dennis Smith Jr. on another team. The Knicks wanted him so bad, give him to him. And they got Porzingis. I was saying, oh, that's a great deal. Because now I'm like, he's right where he want to be. Porzingis is a player that knows. That's why I'm like, they going to play so well together because they know each other. And I'm like, he going to get Porzingis the shots that he want. And what they don't do is promote Luka's passing abilities.
Hell yeah. He's 10 assists a game. The guy is just his IQ is amazing, bro. Just at that age, it's crazy. It really comes from playing against grown men since he was like 14. You know, I think he played on the same team as Dragic from the Miami Heat. Yep. So he played with NBA players since a young age. Man, I love that kid, bro. You know, I just had to call in and definitely just let you know how I feel about this guy, man. The numbers never lie, like they say. And he's definitely got the best numbers in the league right now, averaging more than LeBron at the moment, more than, Kawhi, more than all those guys. I mean, I know you're a Clipper fan, but the numbers don't lie. More points, rebounds, and assists than Kawhi. The guy should be the front runner for the MVP and possibly break Derrick Rose's record for the youngest MVP in the history of the NBA. And hopefully you could push it. That's why I had to get with you. And hopefully you can start the campaign. Luka the MVP. And
right now, Luka and Harden, they probably going at it again, and they'll be battling for most valuable player. But yeah, right now, Luka is definitely up there. The only thing they keep it, and that's what LeBron fans love to say, to try to downplay Luka. They try to say, "Oh, well, Luka ain't playing nobody. No, Luka ain't did nothing yet. He got to win a chip to be called the greatest. You got to win a championship. LeBron got championships." I'm like, LeBron didn't win a championship for 7 years. Let's see what Luka do in 7 years.
Exactly. And I know you said Harden or Luka for the MVP, but I know they just played like 2 days ago, the Rockets and the Mavericks. And
yeah,
he gave Harden 41.
Yeah, I saw that.
He torched him. He was crossing him over. He was making Harden look bad. And Luka only 20. He a baby. And Harden supposed to be league MVP. You know what I'm saying? He just torched him and Westbrook. Both of them.
Yeah, it was a great game, and that was one of the games I love to see because him and James Harden went at it, and I'm like, those two are going to be in the conversation for MVP.
Yeah, I think Luka's already better than James Harden. Just me personally, his understanding of the game, and Harden flopping all the time. Sometimes it's hard to watch a Rockets game with Westbrook so wild, falling on the floor every second, and Harden flopping. It's like, man, what's going on with these guys?
James, now I won't say he's better than James just yet. James is a scoring machine. I mean, that guy can get to the basket with his speed to get to that basket and finish the way he do, and the way his shot is. I'm like, man, that dude is something else. I gotta give James Harden his credit because that dude was getting 50-point triple doubles. He the one made it a thing. No, before anybody even knew it was possible, he was doing it like what he did last year. I'm like, man, how do you not get most valuable player?
Yeah, I like James. He's always been good to me, but I kind of question the shape he's in because he never was a great defender. You know what I mean? And that has to do with your shape in a way. You know what I'm saying? His endurance and his cardio. That's what I got a question about him. And Luka as a rebounder is already better than James Harden, and as a passer. But James Harden, he gets most of his points from the free throw line. Most of his points is coming from the free throw line, and I feel like
really. He might get some. He might get like 10 or 12. He don't shoot that many free throws like this year. He hasn't. He ain't shot that many free throws. Everybody kept crying about it. He's shooting all this. He keep flopping. I'm like, look. The only difference where Luka is better than James Harden is off the ball. He could play off the ball better than James. James ain't gonna play off the ball. When you give James Harden the ball, he gonna go 1-on-1 ISO. Where Luka will share the ball, give the ball up, move, work off the ball, come back to the ball, get it. They actually move the ball around. So that's what the difference is between the two, because he can play off the ball, Luka can't, and it makes him more dangerous. He can get the ball back in the paint. Back cut, he can go in and work the post, got fadeaway jump shots. His height and his length to be able to do the things he's doing gives him an advantage down in the post.
Yeah,
I was like, man, and for the fact of the lack of speed to get by some guys, or he don't have like he got a quick first step, but some guys he couldn't get around and get by because of the athleticism. He play off the ball. He'll give up the ball and move without it, and then he has someone hit him with an interior pass inside or something. He'll get by one guy, get it by the defender, and he'll kick it out to an open. That's the thing about him. Porzingis is getting open shots. He couldn't get that in New York because Melo is not going to do it. Derrick Rose couldn't get it done for him. They couldn't get this guy open shots in New York. And he's like, man, I can't get these shots. Why am I not getting open shots and everything's contested? And he's up at the top of the key because they don't play that style of basketball. They don't play off the ball. They play more ISO. So you got two ISO players, and what's the name? Luka's not an ISO player. People think he is, but he's not. He's not an ISO player. He plays. They share the ball. They movement. That's how he plays. Movement offense.
Absolutely. And I be calling the games, and like I call all games, like Laker games, Maverick games, Clipper games. But I notice every time I talk about Luka, I'm just being real. I get the more numbers talking about Luka than LeBron James. This guy is a mega star. I don't know if you realize how big he really is worldwide, globally. The man might be the biggest star in the league. And me, I don't even have that much subscribers, but when I talk about Luka, I'm doing damn near 6,000 views every time. It's like, damn, this guy is major for real. He's box office.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about him because he got a lot of support from overseas. But you would not believe who's bigger than him. Like over there. No, Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio is the biggest European player there is. That's the thing. Here, we don't really talk about Rubio. He just won the championship. Was the most valuable player in the championship that had all the players in it. They was like, man, Rubio was killing everybody. He playing for Spain. He was killing people. I was like, yeah. When he played on the international team, he went there and destroyed everybody because that's what he's known for. That's what got him in the NBA. Ricky Rubio is the king in international basketball.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like a major star when he came to the league. I think he actually tore his ACL when he played with the Timberwolves against the Lakers. Like Kobe was D'ing up on him, and Kobe damn near injured him. He tore his ACL. He never really lived up to the hype. But Luka's actually living up to that hype. He came into the league and lived up to it. Yeah,
he's doing better now that he's in Phoenix. That's what it fits him more over there than being over here.
Absolutely.
And like when he was in Utah, he was never gonna make it with Mitchell. Mitchell's a one-on-one ISO player, and I'm like, dude, that's not gonna work. He don't need an ISO player. He needs somebody that can play off the ball, that can move around through screens and everything else. And I like Mitchell, but he's more of a playground, one-on-one, cross you over, want to get a good move and go up and dunk the ball. He's one of those guys more than somebody that's going to work off the ball and put the work in. So, I mean, if he got it going at night, you can't stop Mitchell.
Absolutely.
But everybody else is entirely different.
Absolutely. I've been waiting for you to talk about the Mavericks, to be honest. I've been waiting for you to talk about Luka, and I'm happy you talking about him. And I hope
talked about Luka last year. For real. Dennis Smith Jr. When they had that blow up on the court, Luka was mad. When Dennis Smith Jr., I talked about that. I went live doing that one. I was, look at that. Luka ready to kill him.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's good to holler at you. I just want to say a few things before I go. Luka Doncic MVP, the best player in the league. If I could start my team with one player in the world, it's gonna be Luka Doncic, and I predict that he will be the GOAT. He will be better than Michael Jordan eventually. He's gonna be the one to pass Michael Jordan, not LeBron James, who lost 6 times in the finals. Not Kobe Bryant, who was hit with a rape charge off the court. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Luka Doncic, clean cut, been doing it since he was 13 years old against grown men. Came into the league torching the league. Rookie of the year. In the second year, he wins MVP, bro. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And I know you cover boxing. Devin Haney is the next Mayweather.
Whoa! Well,
I
think Devin Haney is a Mayweather. He looked just like a young Floyd.
Yeah, I know you talk about everything. I'm telling you, Haney's the guy.
Yeah, man.
Haney's the guy in boxing. Luke is the guy in basketball, and Lamar Jackson in football.
Now I don't know about Luka being better than Kobe. Now we're gonna have a discussion about that. Kobe being Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe was good. He was clutch, but I didn't like how Kobe finished his career though. brother. I didn't like that, bro. He went out. He kind of let me down how he went out, and now nobody talks about Kobe. It's like he never existed. LeBron came to LA, took over his city, took over his team. I know. I seen you do a video the other day talking about how Kobe was at the game, and you were like,
You saw when Kobe just do this. He just raised his hand, and it was
But I'm saying,
Kobe town, man. That's Kobe town.
I'm from LA though. See, I'm from LA. I'm from South Africa. Yeah, I've been there when Kobe got drafted, but you know, in the GOAT discussion, everybody skipped Kobe now. Like the hardcore NBA fans, they still got Kobe in there. But everybody pretty much forgot about Kobe now, bro. Hey, my boy Coco in there. That's my brother right there. Yeah, man. We lit. Hey, Cino, you going to hear from me, Cino, for sure.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson in football now. MVP. Don't forget about Lamar.
Yeah. Right now, I got him over Russell Wilson right now. It's a close race, but we got to see how they finish out. But right now, Lamar Jackson destroying it, and I love it. Because all them dudes talked about him. Every football expert in the world talked about him like a dog in the offseason, telling us who to watch. Watch this guy. Watch Lamar Jackson. Well, he's got to learn how to do this. He got to learn how to do that. And all that time he was working, and they had all the people that were supposedly in his camp. They wasn't telling. I'm like, if y'all was in his camp, y'all should have seen this kid was working. He was working all these months on his passing game and working on everything y'all talking about he couldn't do. He was just a rookie. Anybody else, I'm like, y'all got all these bums that came in here and did nothing. They fizzed right out. They getting Oswalders. I mean, all these guys are stealing money. They have people as backups that can't even throw the ball 10 yards. But y'all don't say nothing about them. But Lamar Jackson, y'all tearing him to straight. He's a running back. He should have converted him to a running back. I'm like, man, now look at it. All the MVP candidates are mobile quarterbacks. Black mobile quarterbacks, all of them. Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Jackson. I'm like, what do they want? What more do they want? What else do they need to see that the game has evolved?
Hell yeah. Hey, Cino, I really appreciate, man, what you do. Keep up the great work, and I'll be watching, and I will be in the chats, bro. Every time you go live, if I'm available, I'm gonna come through, show support, hit the like button for real, man. And my boy Coco in the chat, man. For sure, Cino, I'm gonna let you go, bro. Holla at me.
All right, holla. That was H Money, The Zone.
Cino.
Prague, what's up? Prague is back.
You know why I'm here.
I have no idea what you're going to bring up right now. You going to come in and bring up something like, did you see Ozark? I'd be like, what? You come with the most randomest things.
Okay. Today's topic is the customer always right?
The customer's always right.
No, I'm asking you, is the customer always right?
It depends on what franchise you're talking about. The customer always pays. That's my philosophy. The customer always pays.
So have you ever not gone to a store because the customer service is shitty?
Because the customer service is not good? Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
I went to and didn't go to a store because a rude customer or something. Yes, absolutely.
But okay, what happens if the service or the product is that good that you have to endure it each time?
Well, that's something I never had to do. It wasn't like I was forced to go there again. So it was my choice not to go back. So it was very easy for me. I had one bad episode because of a manager.
Mm-hmm.
The manager made a mistake. And the mistake was she thought and assumed that the person that came in and didn't want to pay out, because they actually got mad at her attitude and they walked out and they didn't pay. So she was trying to make me pay for their meal. And I'm like, look, I asked for a separate bill when I walked in here. I'm not paying for their meal. They didn't come with me. They didn't leave with me. I'm not paying for somebody's meal. I'll pay for what I ate. Now them, I'm not paying. She's like, the manager's gonna make me pay for it. I'm like, well, you should have thought about that when you was being a bitch to them. Now they know you gotta pay. I'm like, that's on you, but you think you gonna make me pay for it? She's like, I'm gonna call the police. I'm cold. I'm gonna sit right here and wait for them to show up. I waited. Then my buddy happened to just walk in there because he wanted to get the Oreo cookie milkshake. He just stopped in just to get that. He was just like, man, I'm gonna come in here. And she comes in there. She's like, he was one of the guys. He took him home. I'm like, oh no. She's saying that to the wrong human being. He just came in here for his milkshake, his Oreo cookie milkshake. That's all he wanted to grab. And he just came in there and she's mistaking him for the people that was in there that left. And she's saying he took them home. And he's got a short temper. He don't care that he's one of those guys that don't care that the police are there. He's still gonna be the same way. And as soon as she was there, he's like, look, you better stop lying on me. Because first it was funny. Now you're getting me upset. And then she kept going, screaming. So I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I knew it was over.
Okay, have you ever been a cashier? Have
I ever been a cashier? Yeah, I was a cashier because I worked electronic. I sold electronics, so I had to ring everything up too. So I've actually done all that. I used to catch thieves. Yeah, I was real good.
Okay, cool. And so what happens when the customer's rude to you then? Like, how do you approach it?
Oh, me, I'm like one of the best. I don't ever get in an argument with people. Like, unless it's a debate, I got the patience of a high school teacher. I can sit there and be like,
man.
Everybody else can get mad. I'll just be sitting there. It don't really bother me. Like, I got the patience to get through it all. Nothing bothers me.
No,
yep.
not
so
me.
I
Not me.
There and see, my whole thing, and they train you to do it, is I don't have to see you no more. After I get you out the store, why am I arguing and keep you there longer? I don't want to see you. Why am I arguing with you? She being rude and everything else, I'll be killing with kindness. That's what you say, killing with kindness. Is there anything else I can help you with? F you. Oh, okay. I'm sorry you feel that way. All right. Well, here's your receipt. Take care. Thank you for coming by. All right. She's gone. Now I don't have to deal with her no more the rest of the day. So now she won't argue. They want you to argue back with them so they can keep staying there and keep going. I'll be like, why are you arguing with them? You let them go. You ain't got to worry about them no more. That's how I got rid of my road rage. I'm like, why am I arguing with this guy? Keeping him, we pulling up at each other, staring them down. What do I want to do all that for? Let this idiot go, and then I don't have to see this idiot no more for the rest of my life. As soon as he drive off, the chances of me running into the same idiot again is short.
Oh man. Okay, but they were like the same time.
Not a doormat either. I mean, my thing is, if I'm the customer, like if I'm working at the thing, your job is to buy something and leave. Once I sold you something, you can say, do whatever you want. But you're leaving. Now, as long as they touch you or something like that, that's a whole different story. You don't have to be a doormat. You kill people with kindness. You just don't. Some people, they get all engaged and going back and forth. I don't have to take this abuse after you. You got the people at the restaurant fighting with the customers. I'm like, what do I look like rolling around on the floor with a broke person? He won. If the broke person can get me to roll around in the dirt with them, they won. Because I'm like, I must be the biggest fool to sit there to be rolling around in the dirt with this broke guy. He already broke and didn't want to do this. He probably was doing this before he ran into you. Now he got you rolling in the dirt. I'm like, why are we rolling in the dirt for? I'm like, I could be making some money right now than to sit up there and be rolling around in the dirt with some dude I don't even know and don't care about it anyway. Now I got to go to court, do all this other stupid. That's what I told my buddy at the bar. I was like, you ready to fight this guy at the bar? Go to jail. Gotta get up at 6 a.m, take off your job to go to court over a dude you don't like. Now, where's the common sense in that? You're gonna go beat this guy up so bad, so the next you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be in jail. Your wife finna get upset. You gonna miss work. Gotta have a court date. Then you gonna pay money out the wazoo to the cops in the courts. I'm like, I know you smarter than this.
Fair,
Nowhere in the world.
Very, very pragmatic. Yeah. Okay, cool. But that's the thing, like customer service in the US is different to the UK. You know what I mean? Like in the US is like follow you in the store and like my name is so give me a good review and it's like, oh, okay, calm down.
Yeah, international. I did a video about this because we never knew until we started meeting people internationally. I met people from Sweden and they were visiting the United States, just going on a tour. They just happened to stop through here and they were at the same hotel as us. And oh my God, that Sweden girl, Jesus Christ. And they was like, women of Sweden all look like her. I'm like, I'll be in jail. Cause I'm like, I haven't seen chicks like you. They got white girls look like black women bodies over there in Sweden. I'm like, oh, we ain't ready for this in the States. You gonna have to go back to Sweden. My buddy pulled in there. He just stopped by to say what's up to me because I was in town. He was with his girl. He's like, hey, man, I just stopped there. You was in town. I just hit the hotel. Who was that? And her boyfriend was right there. And, they different over there in the UK. An American guy would be jealous in 10 seconds. He happy everybody liking his girl. And he don't realize my boy trying to take her right there in front of his face. And then he had to ask, is this your girl? He's like, yeah, that's my girl. Yeah, she's with me. Yeah. She's girl. You like her. She's pretty, yeah. She's beautiful. He's like, I'm like, man, my buddy is damn near like leaning all on her. Yeah, girl, I'm like, he going all in, his girlfriend in the car. That's how crazy it was. But they explained to me because they actually went to a Best Buy. They went to like one of the Denny's out here restaurants, and they saw the difference. And it hurt. They were embarrassed for the people that worked there because they saw the manager wears a different shirt than the rest of the employees. That don't happen in Sweden. That don't happen at all. It's like, why does he wear a different shirt than the rest of the employees? That's rude. That's embarrassing. Like, what does that mean? Just because he's the manager, he's better than them? So he gets to wear a different shirt? He's like, well, in Sweden, that never happens. Like, he's like, he could be the manager, but you don't have to wear a different shirt. You all wear the same shirt or you wear or something else, but he don't have to wear a different shirt than the rest of them just because he's the manager. That's insulting. So now because you get to wear that shirt because you're a manager, that's just rude. That's embarrassing. I felt so embarrassed for them people. They were like, I'm like, man, I never looked at it that way. I'm like, why do they do that? Yeah, so that's what I realized that it was different there. So I was like, man, the European way is different.
And Scott. Yeah, Wolverine, Scott, and Gene. Like Wolverine's always pressing up on Gene, and Scott does nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. Do you always tip? And do you always tip?
Always tip. I'm a great tipper.
You always tip. Is it okay?
Always tip.
But
always tip great. I always tip great. So everybody who see me, I always get the best of everything. See, when you tip good, people know that. They know when you tip good, you're treated differently. They go, hey, they feel good. They like, hey, get that guy because he's going to tip you and you're going to get tipped well. So get him. Oh, I think he might have dropped off. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Duck. Duck was in here for a minute, then he left. Duck was in here and he left. I'll try to do one of these earlier in the day or something, you know. He ducked out. It was a duck hunt. Here come everybody with the ducks. Oh, yeah. My Cash App is Carcino. For those who want to donate to the Cash App, show some love and support to yours truly. I deserve it. I work real hard, risking my health and everything else. So, hasta la vista.